Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Friday morning trading room. As you can hear, I'm still fighting off the cold a little bit. So excuse me if I end up coughing in your ear. It's not intentional, I assure you. All right. So yesterday, the market taking a little bit of a tumble after rallying up. Topping out again around the 69.65 area, 69.70. This actually during the Asian session. Sorry, I didn't go far enough. But the same thing happened in the afternoon where the market topped out and then made a long slide lower. And as you saw, recovered a little bit through the Asian session. So it was actually a very busy evening for a change. Came back down. You can see very, very strong move through the European session. And so we're currently faced with a little bit of an opening gap to the upside. Did end up going rather sideways pre-market this morning. Oops, I guess I need to open up the monitor. Get the screen share going on, sorry. Well, I'm not going to go through it again, but you get the idea. You can take a look at it yourself. Big decline toward the close yesterday, and then it was repeated through the Asian and European sessions, a big rally and a big decline. To start the day here, we've got a little bit of a sideways range. That's the way it's looking to me anyways. So we'll just hang with them a little bit here and see if we can't figure out which way the market is going. The Hawk already a little bit bearish, as is the Falcon. Yeah, Mark says we've had some nice volatility of late, especially before the U.S. Open. More like the NASDAQ I used to know. Yeah, it's true. The last fall, the market was dead, and now we're seeing some increasing volatility, which is a nice change. All right, for those of you who are looking for early signals, here's one that's actually doable, I think. Let's see if I can get in on that. I would probably risk it as so. And what we're looking at is we're looking at a number one signal, a couple of hard edge bounces, the market trying to establish a trend here this morning. It's still tight enough of a range that you can risk it here below the low of the morning. The danger, of course, is this test of the extreme. Come on, get over there. Yeah, okay, we're above 66.84, 85. The market trying to get knocked down again by the sellers. Got the break even, and hooray, nice little, quick little move there. That could actually have a little bit of follow through to it, but you know what? I've been bad lately. I've been trying to run out trades and leaving money on the table, so maybe I'll just take what they gave me there. We're actually getting a little bit of a push through, which is nice. Look at them go. right, so the market still looking bullish at the moment. So they're slowing somewhat now. If you're looking for another chance to get in with the buyers, here's a nice little trend line touch on the Falcon. A little bit of congestion, which is kind of typical of that type of formation. You do have another second push entry opportunity here. So you can just enter above that little swing high. Okay, and the seller's starting to apply a little bit more pressure. It's still very early though. All right, we're getting a couple of selling opportunities now. The Hawk giving us the first micro macro cross lower. The hard edge here of the trading band would be the target for that reversal move, and it looks like we found that. A quick little trend change signal here in the Falcon as well. And a number 2 counter trend signal on the Raptor. This one actually working out not too badly. I would have almost expected a little bit more congestion, a little bit more sideways chop before the market tried to tail off. Okay, well, we're just kind of in hold mode here at the moment. Not sure which way the market is leaning, whether the buyers are going to try to push it higher or whether the sellers are going to force a downtrend today. A reasonably strong move lower by the bears at that point, moving us back toward the bottom end of this potential sideways trading range. All right, we're getting some yellow bars here. Possible 4-arrow consolidation to short. The Falcon already producing a trend change signal. And the Raptor, I was going to say the Raptor might be producing a number 2 signal, in which case, if these lows hold, I would consider buying. No, I think they're going to push through. All right, well, let's put that back on the shelf for now. It's a big deal, the low of the morning. This is where all the buying initiated. We still have a chance to add a second push entry on this trade, by the way. It's not like it's totally run away on us yet. Now that we have a very clear indication of where the buyers are trying to get back into the market. So I'll just clear that for now. You could call this an early number 2. I don't know if I want to get quite that anxious on it. It did work out though. Wow. Really quick little pushback there. So we've got ourselves a sideways trading range here for Friday. That's how it looks right now. Sellers pushing the market down a little bit, buyers trying to recover it. No real definable trend right now. All right, nice little opportunity here on this number 3 signal that has blown past me. There is now the second push on this one as well. It's really drawn out, as you can see. I'm really late getting in on that one. You could almost even bracket this range. You could look to buy above, you could look to sell below. It's not the best looking trade. The market's struggling too much to get through here. This is my concern. See, every time it comes down here, it bounces. And the buyers are obviously liking this 68.70 price zone. Are the sellers going to have enough in them? Oh, got some positive slippage again. If the trade gets down to my profit target. So all I've done here is I brought in my break even, and I'm going to force the trade to break even now. Just because of the hesitation that we're experiencing. Come on. If you're going to go, there you go. This could have some room to go to the short side now, actually. It does appear as though we are continuing yesterday's and the overnight's downtrend. So I think we can call the day a bearish day today. Maybe be on the lookout for more selling opportunities. And there they go. So now that we're thinking the market's in a downtrend, 68.42, next target. That's a long ways down. But certainly doable. Look at them go. Wowie. Great follow through here on this eagle signal. I don't think we did so well with the first in sync eagle signal. Where did it come? Well, actually, we did do okay. It was this one right here, right? A couple minutes after the open, went up, found its profit target. Then we got the reverse signal, So the trend change signal actually printed right here. You took a little bit of heat. It went back into the hard edge. Again, this is why you can't or you shouldn't structure your trades overly tight. You know, if you put your trade right here, you get stopped out before the big move lower. But very nice follow through off that hard edge. And of course, comparable signals on the Hawk and the Falcon as well. And here we are, 68.42. Ooh, should have kept that runner in. Oh well. Okay, getting a little bit of a bullish pushback now, which not unexpected. Okay, a nice little double pullback signal. This actually in the Raptor, this would be close enough to the hard edge. I would consider this to be a hard edge bounce, even though technically it did not touch the hard edge. So I was a little slow getting to it, but there is a saleable signal for you right there. Good job, Mark. Mark says grabbed a couple of 21 points on the Falcon trend change. It's a nice solid trend change signal too. And of course, it's always nice when the market makes a nice progression. Much easier to trade than when the market is kind of, you know, making the big swings, trying to get higher or lower. All right, so we're on our second leg lower now. So, or maybe even our third. Yeah, I guess our third. So here is leg number one. This is the first push lower. Market recovers a little bit. Big second push lower. Market recovers a little bit. Here's the third. Typically, these kinds of moves occur in threes. So I would not be opposed actually to a counter trend signal at this point. Come down, give me a nice little test of the current low, give me a failure, print that number 2 signal, and I could be persuaded to buy. The Falcon already working a quick trend change signal here, so the Falcon a little bit ahead of the curve. There's the Falcon trend change. We're going to get it on the Raptor as well. There it is on the Raptor. And I'm just going to prepare myself on the buy button. If they trade higher, there they go. I'll just punch in with a buy. Target, of course, the hard edge of the trading band. Come on, get up there. Giddy up. Give him a little push. There you go. Just get up there. Stop should go below the low of the morning. These reversal type moves, you have to give a little bit of room. You can't crowd these kinds of trades. Oh, come on. So it looks like 68.50, a little bit of a number to deal with. As they're trying to get knocked down at 68.50. There we go, got the break even. Hooray, got the first profit target. And don't look too far back. Come on. Nope. That's okay. For a counter trend move, that's all right. Anytime you can profit on a counter trend move, I'm good with it. Dan is asking, oh, and Mark's comment here first, crazy swings, you just don't know the direction we're going lately. You have to trust your high probability signals. To that, I would add, it never hurts to take a look at a longer term chart. You know, I like to keep a daily chart nearby. You can look at an hourly or anything, a 20 tick brick on your Raptor, whatever. Just something to kind of give you a bit of an overview, kind of see where we're at, where we've been. But yes, definitely, you know, when all else fails, trust your signals. Dan's asking, you entered that trade with just the buy button, then established the stop and target. No. Okay. So with the trade manager, if you go to your strategies, now you can't do this while your trade manager is on, so you need to first turn your trade manager off. And remember to apply that, and you're going to see your trade manager disappear. If you go here to the very top, you're going to see this parameter right here, invalid trail stop ticks. By default, yours is probably set at 10. Personally, I find that a little bit too tight. You can see I've set mine at 30. You can set it at whatever you want, 30, 40, 50. The idea is that this is just going to be your initial stop. 10 ticks in a fast-moving market is close enough that you can get tagged before you even get a chance to grab your stop. So put it far enough away that you can grab it and adjust it once you have a trade in play. Then come back down. You can save your template if you like, or resave it. Remember to turn your trade manager back on. And because I have my targets pre-programmed, when I hit the buy or sell button, and so I'm just going to hit the sell button here now, I've got a target or stop 30 ticks away, right? So that gives me time that I can grab it and I can move it out of the way or move it in, as the case may be. And I have my 20 tick target already established. I don't have my automated stops working because I have not enabled them yet. But let's say I want to go with a swing high or low button. As soon as I click the enabled and accept, it will now start to manage my trade that way. All right. So you can see where this stop initially placed. Had it been 10 ticks, like it was at 30 ticks, had it been at 10 ticks, it would have been right here in the thick of it, and I would have got stopped out before I could even do anything with my trade. All right, so that is one of the features with the trade manager, is that you can enter with the buy or sell buttons, and you will have a stop and a profit target as per your presets. So got a nice little move here actually that I should try to protect a little better. Yeah, the programming, you know, it sets the initial parameters tighter by default, and then it leaves it up to you to adjust. Yeah, Dan says, got it, thanks. Nice demo trade. I know. You know, I've mentioned this before, but it bears repeating. When you feel like you've missed out on a trade, so here's the number 3 signal way back here. Let's say for whatever reason you didn't feel comfortable taking it, and here's the market running away, and you're going, oh no, why didn't I get in? Well, this is what these follow-up signals do for you. We call these the discretionary signals because they're not part of the high probability setup. But if you are looking to add to a position or just to get back into a trade, um, and you deem that the market is trending well, which I think we can pretty much say it is, go ahead, hop on board on one of those signals, and you never know, you may just catch a really nice little follow through. Uh, the note to bear in mind there is that you believe the market to be in a strong trend. If the market seems to be laboring, then you don't want to get in. But that is, I think, the biggest advantage of day trading is that you're looking at a live chart. You can get a feel for the momentum versus the static chart when you're looking at um, end of day type trades. And if one more thing to note, if you don't want to enter multiples when you're hitting your buy or sell buttons, go to manual mode and make sure you only have a single. Your buy or sell buttons will then default to the manual mode. If you're in risk percent mode, it will actually default to this value based on the 30 tick stop that you saw that I had. Okay, we got ourselves a little bit of a V bottom. It doesn't happen often. So I might expect a little bit of a test of the extreme here before the buyers try to take their shot. That wasn't, well, I guess it was somewhat a test of the extreme, not really deep. It's going to be tough getting too aggressive on the buy side after that very strong move lower. But I think the buyers are going to push back here. It's only natural. A little bit of profit taking, perhaps. The trend is down, though. If you want to stay with the trend, just ignore all the buy signals. Okay, so it is looking a little bit more like a counter trend move. Here on the Eagle, we have the makings of a rule of three. We have only two counter trend signals, but we have had the test of the extreme. That's the important part with the rule of three. Multiple signals against the dominant trend, the test of the extreme. That's what makes your rule of three in the Eagle work. I don't know if I'd get too greedy though. And the Hawk getting really aggressive here. Look at the Hawk go. Another first micro macro cross. Oh, actually the Falcon as well. We got ourselves a late filter entry signal here. Nice follow through on that. The Raptor not quite in sync yet. We did get the number two signals. This is kind of a really drawn out number two here and another number one right there. Or pardon me, number two right there. You could consider that an early number one, but honestly, that's the type of trade you're going to see in hindsight. Here now, the proper number one signal. My concern is that the sellers are going to make another pushback here, try to recover through these lows. So your stops need to go at least down here around the 68.12 area, I would say. That would give us a major retest of the low and pretty clear evidence that the market wants to go higher. Yeah, good job, Mark. I figured you may have taken that late filter entry. I know that's one of your favorites. Very reliable signal, that late filter entry. This number two signal that's printing right now, technically it's a counter trend signal, right? But it's counter trend to this move here, not to the bigger move. It's actually with trend, if you consider it to going with the downtrend. Well, the buyer's making a stand. Go Bulls. Okay, a couple more sell signals cropping up. So it looks like we might be getting the sellers a little bit more interested in the market again. First micro macro cross lower now. Possible trend. Oh, we did get a trend change signal on the Falcon as well. Back in the hard edge on the Eagle. So the Eagle right now, the only one, well, the Eagle and the Raptor, pardon me, both looking a little bit bullish. The other two tools looking a little bit bearish. We have a plethora of signals here. Real fight between the buyers and the sellers, that's for sure. I want to see what happens if they break below here or break above here. Okay, so it looks to me like the buyers are struggling. Here's yet another soft edge sell. So we're swapping signals here. Buyers and sellers each taking turns beating each other up. All right, I'm just going to set up to short. On a move below there. Dan, number one, Dan is asking, could you explain again where to change your buy and sell button to one contract? Sure. Here, when you're in risk percent mode, just click it and go to manual mode, and then your quantity will be right there, your value. And that will lock all your positions to whatever this value is. If you have, 6 contracts, it will always be 6 contracts. But usually you do it to restrict yourself to a single. And the other Dan, sorry, Dan. I don't know. One of you is going to have to be Danny. Dan says all economic news was positive this morning. Yeah, well, there you go. The market declining on positive news. Imagine that. Markets always decline on positive news, and they always rally on bearish news. Well, it looks like I might have got snookered here on the selling attempt. Scoundrels. gonna tap me out. Stickers. Mark makes a comment about the late filter entry signal here. He says he tends to shy away from the second and third signals, and for good reason. The late filter entry signal, as with most signals, folks, the best ones are going to be those first ones. The first one, the second one, they're not ones, you know, that you want to see repeating over and over and over, because they kind of lose their oomph. All right, so they rallied up here, tagged me. Are you going to give me a trend change signal now? So we've got a first micro macro cross here on the Raptor. Had a nice buy signal here on the Eagle, and the Raptor now producing a crossover buy. You could just enter above there. I'm a little bit leery because the market's going to get some pushback as we get back to 68.50. That was an area of concern before. Maybe I would have been better off waiting for a second push entry, and rather than entering here at the hash mark, entering 68.45, 46, that might have been a little smarter. Yeah, it looks like we're getting that pushback now from the 68.50 zone. Sellers showing up early. Okay, so you can see I've taken the break even up early, and it's a little bit of a risky move for me. No. Scott writes, good morning, E. Well, morning, S. I like to review my trade entries by hitting right-click data series, plot execution, show markers. Problem is, markers only show the current day trades. If I close the trade manager, the markers historically disappear. Yes, they do. And I don't know the workaround for that, Scott. If there is one, you may want to contact NinjaTrader support, not Ben, but NinjaTrader support, and see if they can help you with that. But yes, if you refresh your chart or close your program and reopen it, the chart will automatically refresh and delete those kinds of things. There could be a workaround though, like I said, but NinjaTrader would be the guys to ask because that's part of their programming. Okay, if you excuse me, my nose is running like a tap here. I gotta go deal with that. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Well, are the buyers going to push through? We had this rather substantial swing lower from the 68.50 area. That's where the sellers ganged up on the buyers last time. We'll see if they do it again. Pretty decent little rally though out of the buyers, I have to say. Okay, the hawk, a lot of yellow bars were going to produce a red bar buy, which we can sell. Here, the raptor already giving us our sell signal. And are you going to give me a second push? Okay, I may enter, just below that swing low there. I don't know if I want to go in this heavy, so I'll go to manual mode. I'll enter below all this. And what I'll do is, if I do get filled, I may try to run this one out. So we're getting, still the mixture of signals, which is typical of a market that is in a sideways type congestion. This now a possible hard edge bounce signal. You can see the hard edge buy forming. So take your pick, really. You can bracket this trade if you want. Buy a break above, sell a break below. Okay, here we go. Another number 2 signal, another soft edge sell. And I said I was going to try to run this one out. We'll give the break even a little bit of extra. And maybe we'll try to take it down to that support zone down there. And I don't want to crowd the trade too much on the stops. There we go. So this soft edge sell, both these number 2 signals did find their profit target being the hard edge of the trading band. I'm looking for the sellers to step up here again. So of course this is the problem trading a sideways market when you see all these signals producing, right? When you get the obvious sideways drift, you know you're in a sideways trading range. And the market will emerge from here. I may have been a little bit early on my selling attempt. But I do believe the market will try to recover the original trend. I hope. Oh, you guys. Nope. Nope, not ready. Not ready to do that. All right, well, let's just put that on the shelf for now then. entering some of these trades a little bit too early, and not having the result I would have anticipated. So if we get another signal here this morning, I think I will wait it out. It looks like we may have gotten a bullish break from our little sideways trading range. So now we've broken to the upside. Getting a couple of trend change signals here. Very nice. You know what? The Eagle has been really good on those hard edge bounces this morning. Really solid hard edge bounce here and here. Great follow through on both. Good question here from Dan. Dan asks, likely to see afternoon action or everybody goes home? Things will probably get a little quiet over the lunch hour, and you'll probably see some scrambling going into the close. The markets do like to be, a lot of traders like to be flat before the weekend, of course. Mark says today's been the exception to the norm when it comes to Friday trading, that's for sure. Usually Fridays can be a little congested, a little sideways. This has been a very active Friday with major swings both directions. Yeah, and Fridays can be slow, Mark says. That is so true. All right, we're getting a couple follow-up signals here now. Here, the Falcon producing not quite a trendline touch signal. So if you're looking to take this as a continuation signal, just bear in mind when these signals print away from the trend line, the market will have a tendency to come back into the trend line and touch it. So don't place your stops, like right here, because the market may drift into the trend line. Start with your stop a little bit lower, but there is a chance to get on board with the buyers. Likewise, here with the Raptor, we're getting some follow-up signals. And as with the Falcon, you don't want to place your stop right here, maybe to the hard edge in the trading band. That will allow you to hold on a little bit. might get a little bit of a hard edge bounce now with the Raptor. The Hawk was making a macro pullback, but that got spoiled. We're into yellow bars now. A few of the tools looking bearish already. So I'm thinking we're going to re-enter a little bit of a sideways trading range, which again is typical after a big rally day. Not to say the market is going to make a full-on reversal, but it's very likely that we could see a bit of a sideways trading range develop after that very strong move out of the open to the short side, and then the bullish recovery for the last half hour or so. Finishing the day in the black is important though, so I may not get too cute with many more signals. Okay, so here now a hard edge buy. You're pretty much committed to setting up a trade like this because there's a chance that it could drift back here to the hard edge, which would be the target for this number 2 signal. The immediate trend is up, so a bit of a chance. We'll see if this develops into a double pullback signal, producing 2 buy signals during this little pullback. That will give us a little bit more follow through as well, or should give us more follow through. right, there now the double pullback signal. Oh, did they slip me? I think they did. Yes, they did. Stinkers. All right, I'll leave the break-even trigger on the high, and I'll move my profit target to the next resistance line or support line. Let's see if we can't get up to the 68.71 mark. Oh, they're trying. Come on, get going. All right, there's a little bit of selling going on here. You can see the sellers knocking the buyers down a little bit. If we get above this 68.74, pardon me, 68.64 half zone, we might pick up a few exit orders, and we may actually see the market make a quick little move to the upside. Oh, they're flinching one more time. All right. Well, you know the plan of action here, trying to get the trade up a little bit higher, or at least to a break even. We're obviously at some resistance price wise, even though I think we should see the market slip up here, get a little bit closer to the 68.72 half line, where it may end up stalling one more time. That'll be a rather substantial recovery of the downtrend that started the day. Not quite a full retracement, but pretty darn close. All right, gang. I think we're going to button up shop, though, in the meantime. If you're trading this afternoon, like I said, you can probably expect the market to develop into a little bit of a sideways trading range. Have yourselves a great weekend. I will see you again on Monday. We'll talk to you then. Bye for now.